Hey everyone, this is Rochelle. Thanks for clicking on my video. Thanks for clicking on my video. And y'all, I came in to talk about that damn Nick Cannon. He back on his mess. He got another baby on the way. Now, I guess congratulations are in order, but this is number 9. Ciao. My question is this. Why do these sister wives keep laying up having babies with this man? I just don't understand it because I have put out on my Facebook page that I couldn't do it because, first of all, I would want the man to myself. I would want him there with our baby. So the thought that he was over here and over there making babies would bother me. So that would be my problem. Then, when I was out on social media, I saw a lot of women defending him. They were saying that he does have the money to take care of them. Who am I to say, blah, blah, blah. But my thing is this, the quality time, okay? So I was sitting here thinking about it, and I was like, okay, so he says he spent quality time. So I'm wondering, does he have a calendar somewhere where, you know, at the beginning of the month, he plans out, how he's going to spend time each week with each baby and their mom and all that. So he'd be like, on Monday, I'm going to go visit baby A and B. Tuesday, I'll go see CD. And then Wednesday, I'll go see E, F, and G. I mean, come on, y'all. Thursday and Friday, HIJ. Saturday, I'll do some laundry, run some of my errands, and then Sunday I'm a rest. How is he spending the type of time that we know that a child really needs? Because I'm the mother of adult kids, and I know when they were younger, and right in those years of little league, you running them over here. This one has got this event going on, this recital, this one. Sometimes, y'all, I would get off work and before I could cook, I would tell my daughter, I'm gonna set my clock for an hour. Let me get a power nap, and then I put the some meat in the oven, and I would go take a power nap for an hour and let my daughter know I might not hear this alarm go off. So when you hear it go off, if I don't wake up, come in there and get me, because I was tired and I only had 2. And I had a man living with me, but I was still tired. I don't understand this whole thing. Now, I thought, he was talking about being celibate. I thought that he was saying that he was going to get a vasectomy or he was at least looking into it. But obviously, that's not what happened. The story is that after he lost this baby, that he recently lost, that something in him was triggered and he changed his mind. Being a mother of adult kids, I will say this. You could think that you did everything right. You know, I mean, kids don't pop out with an instruction booklet, but you tried to raise them right. They get grown and then they start telling you stuff that they didn't like or stuff that they don't feel you did right. What do you think is going to happen with these 9 and counting kids that he has? Once they grow up, it's all cute now. But when they start getting in those teenage years and, they start getting a little troublesome because y'all know some teenagers could be on one. And he's running, ripping, running all around the mulberry bush and through the town, trying to keep up with all these seeds that he done spread. How is he going to handle that? And then once they get older, adults, and they look back on all these babies that he made. What will they think of all these siblings that they got all over? You know, will they say, Dad, what the hell were you thinking? Because yeah, he got the money, yeah, he got the means to fly those women to wherever he is and all that. But those women don't all live together, you know? Like I said, it's almost like a sister wife situation going on here. So he's in this household on Monday and then he flies or goes to this other household. I don't believe that that's the way to do it. And I was a little surprised at all the women that I saw out on social media that are taking up for him and trying to explain why this makes sense to them, you know? And I told this one woman, I said, why are we upholding this nonsense? You know, we sit up and we talk about kids that grow up without a father in the home and all this stuff. So yeah, Nick got money and he can breeze through on Monday and see this one. But where is he at, you know, during the night when they wake up sick? Where is he at when they have a recital and they want both parents to be there? Now, I'm sure that right now he's probably able to keep up, but I know when they become teenagers, things get a little hectic. I remember at one point, my daughter had signed up for so many extracurricular activities that I had told her, girl, if you sign up for anything else, little girl, I'm gonna choke the hell out of you. Because literally, y'all, I had to buy one of them big wall calendars and plot her stuff out. I felt like I was her chauffeur, her secretary, what all else? Psychologist, everything you could think of. Because this little girl was booked and busy. When she went off to college, I was so glad to see her go so I can get some freaking sleep. And at that point, because my kids are 8 years apart, my son was well grown, but my daughter kept me so busy. I was so glad to see her go off to college. The first Saturday she was gone, and I was able to sleep in, and I wasn't jumping up at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning because she had some place to go, and I needed to take her. I was so freaking happy. I'm just saying this. More power to them. But I know when those teenage years come, oh Lord. And I, these women, you know, I don't want to talk negatively about another woman because I don't know what's in their head, but I couldn't do it. I want to believe that the man is mine, be led to believe that he's mine. I don't want to know going in he got all these bras that he can just go to their house anytime he want, lay up, not only lay up but making babies. Now we know that a lot of men cheat and it's all undercover and we don't know nothing about it. That's one thing. But to know going in that he's populating half the earth, I don't get it, y'all. Let me know what y'all think because when I read that he definitely has one on the way, and then he mentioned something about there may be something else going on as far as babies in September and October. So are a couple other of those women pregnant? Girl, I just, I don't get it. And I had even mentioned, like, I had told this one person out on social media, I said, my son is 35 years old. He has zero babies. And let me just say what I find interesting about when people hear that my son is that age and he doesn't have any kids, never had any oops that I know of, nothing. They'll be like, is he gay? And I'm like, gay, you know? And I'm like, no, he's not gay. Or like they'll say something like, "What's wrong with him?" Yeah, I can't believe, it's very rare, which I know it's rare for a man, young black male that age to not have any kids. But here's what my son always tells me. I had told him when I was younger that I had him when I was 22. And while I don't regret it, as mothers we say that, I wish I would have waited so I could have sold a little wild oats, had a little bit more fun while I was younger instead of becoming a parent at 22. So I guess he must have listened to that, you know? And what he tells me is he does not want any babies until he falls in love, get married. He says he wants to at least be with his wife alone, meaning no kids, for about 2 years before they even think of having any kids. And while I will give anything right now to have a grandchild because I'm at that age where in 3 years I'll be 60 and I don't have any grandkids, that I look at little kids now and I'm like, God, I wish I could just pick them up and scoop them up and take them home and spoil them, but they're not mine. And I would love for my son to have a child. I'm ready for him to have one, but he not on it. Y'all, by the time I have grandkids, I'll probably be damn near dead or too poop to play. And that's just my reality. It's just funny that when, some of my friends or people that I meet um, bring that up that he's so old and not having any kids. Literally, when I bring it up to him now, so many people have said it to him that it aggravates him. He says something like, well, what am I supposed to be just out having babies all willy nilly? That makes me a man. And then he'll get mad and say, I think it's more manly to really think about what it is that you want. And he also mentions that he wants to be more settled and, more set up for a wife, a home, children, and all that. And I always end by telling him, you're doing it the right way. This is the way that it should be done. You should have been out there sowing your wild oats for these last 35 years. You should be out, getting yourself financially stable. So when you take on a wife and all that entails, and then eventually kids, that you'll be ready. You should have lived a little life. So when you get this wife and there's problems and, ups and downs, that your shoulders are strong enough and mature enough to handle all that. A lot of times when these men are young and they haven't been out in the world long, they don't know how to handle all that comes along with that. And they skip, they leave her. And the girl end up raising the kid by herself. So I'm glad that, my son has really thought this out and he's sticking to it. Because it's a story that he told me about one girl that he dated that he wasn't sure she was on birth control. And the story that he told me of how he, confirmed it, y'all, it had me rolling. Basically, it was like the girl had that birth control that you put in the arm, and he was like, he couldn't see it. So he needed a doctor's confirmation that it was really in there. And y'all could just imagine what that means because I know he listens to my videos and I don't want to embarrass him. But I guess my son was like, I can't see it. I need confirmation that it's in there. In the meantime, we ain't doing nothing until I confirm because I don't want no oops. Y'all, when he told me, I was rolling. I was rolling. I said, I know that's right, son. Because he was like, he do not, he wants to, I guess, basically choose the woman that, he don't want to just wake up the next day and she like, I'm pregnant. And he wasn't ready for all that. Y'all, it's funny. But tell me what you think about Nick Cannon and all these babies he got. Do you think, hey, if he want to populate half the world, that's on him. I just feel like when all these kids start growing up, he gonna realize, man, I ain't got time for all this. Y'all let me know down in the comments. As always, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you.